Hello everyone and welcome back to Sticks Talk. I'm your host Dylan Simmons and welcome once again to the one-stop shop for all things Badlands Big Sticks live content. Dylan Simmons once again, and today I'm joined by a very special guest, one of the best players this year on the Big Sticks, Mr. Danny Rogers. Danny, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We're glad to have you. You've been on a heck of a roll to start the season. So we're going to go more into that in just a second. And so the first question I want to ask you is going to be, what put you on the path to becoming a baseball player that you are now? What put you on the path originally growing up?
Yeah, I played basketball and baseball in high school. Played three sports all my life, and I'd say I kind of really honed in on baseball in my sophomore and junior season of high school. I had a really good coach that I really liked, and I just think the love for the game really came out when I became an upperclassman.
Yeah, as time went on, you kind of developed that skill more and more and that love for baseball. And that's always really cool to hear. I can tell you've got that passion for it, especially right now. Second question I've got for you is, tell me a little bit about your time growing up in Grayslake, Illinois, what you developed as a baseball player early on and the lessons you learned in those early years that have translated to the modern period we have now.
Yeah, Grayslake's just a really big baseball town, I would say. The program has found a lot of success thanks to our head coach that's been around for a long time. The community really supports the baseball team, and we really like to see our alumni go do well. And now as an alumni, it's really cool to go back and get to see all the guys that are currently playing that I was in their shoes when I was playing.
I love to hear that, especially talking about Grayslake and the baseball culture. Always love those towns that really respect the sport, and I can tell that Grayslake is certainly one of those, so that's awesome to hear. Next question I've got for you is, you have been playing fantastic in your time with Orias College, and you've even led the American Rivers Conference in several statistics in the past. So what has been your experience at Loras, and how has it helped you as a player?
Yeah, I've had a great time at Loras. The ARC is a very tough conference, I would say. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day. It just kind of depends on how you show up. You got to show up every day to be able to compete. And yeah, I mean, my time at Loras has been great. Love all my coaches there. It's been a really great experience so far.
Love to hear that. And you've talked about how tough the ARC is. There's a lot of competitive teams in that conference. So for you guys, and especially for you to perform as well as you have, is a testament to how good of a player you've been able to be at Loras. So my next question is going to be, what led you, why the Big Sticks? Why did you come to Dickinson? What was the motivation to come play for the Big Sticks here in 2023?
Yeah, last year I was kind of just hanging around when my college is Dubuque, and on a whim I got a call from last year's coach asking if I was interested in coming out to play. They were looking for a guy that I fit the needs for, and it was a lot of fun last year, and Jordan Price invited me back this year, so it's definitely been a great experience, and I've enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, I think you've made a heck of an impact, especially early on here. A lot of people respect what you've been able to accomplish, and you've become kind of a local hero, so it's great to see how well you've done here in Dickinson. Next question I've got for you is, you right now, in your short time with the Big Sticks, what have you noticed thus far, especially this season, about team motivation and what you guys have been able to accomplish? What's been the key factor in this early success?
Yeah, we've been playing really well, and pitching's been great, hitting's been great, defense has been great. When the bats get hot early, it definitely takes the pressure off the pitchers, which is a big thing. And when the pitchers go up there and put up zeros for 4 or 5 innings, really takes the pressure off the bats. So we're complementing each other really well, and we just got to keep playing the way we're doing it.
All right, and the last question I'm going to have for you is going to be this. You lead the team right now with RBIs and home runs. What early on this season have you found that's really helped you? Is there anything special or significant, or is it just kind of playing baseball the way you want to play it here in Dickinson?
I'd say the past couple series we've seen a couple different pitchers, different styles, so really just understanding who's on the mound and sticking to an approach is where you're going to find success.
Right, you're going to find success looking at the specific strategies and the pitchers you go up against. I like it. You're kind of reading the game and studying the opponent, which is always a key and a strategy to success, so you love to see that. I'm going to ask you one more fun question. You got any good places to eat here in Dickinson? Any go-tos that you've seen in your past 2 years?
I'll give you a local spot and then something that I don't have that often, but is a chain.
Right.
Qdoba.
Qdoba?
One of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Don't have that back at school or at home.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. And then I really like Blue 42. I've been there a
Ooh,
couple
Blue
times.
42, yeah.
That you can't really go wrong with anything on that menu.
That's right. That alley's got some really good stuff to eat.
Oh,
So definitely some good recommendations for those interested. Well, Danny, thank you so much for coming on, and good luck with the rest of the season, and especially this upcoming series against the Sockeyes, and then going on the road to Casper to play the Spuds.
Thank you.
All right. Make sure you keep tuned in for Sticks Talk in all of the weeks that we have content, and make sure to check out all of our social media content here with the Badlands Big Sticks. We will see you next week.